Okay, I'm good. I recorded a different game for a little bit. That means that I can come back and I can play more Message from Deep Space. We left off. We have signal negative 21 now. And we got some things that we do be graphing today. I'm probably just gonna graph them. We're gonna see what the heck is going on. We do have some interesting shapes that we're defining here. And then we have some distances that we're defining and some other things. So let's just start from the top and graph what we know. So T0 is 0, 0. Let's maybe make that a little better. T0 is 0, 0. Let's actually completely redo this. I want to make it like this. So T0 is 0. T0 is 0, 0. And you are T0. It's the hardest thing I've ever drawn on in my life. And then T1 is 0, 1. So that is T1. Yeah, good enough. Sure, man. And then that's graph 0. Then you have graph 1, which is 3, 1. And we have no idea. Well, we know what T1 is, right? So you're T2 ish. And T1. So we have this. We have this. Then we have T2, T3. So 3, 0 is here. T2, T3. You're T3. Impossible to draw. And then we have T3, T0 to bring it back to there. I mean, it's a right triangle. And then there we have a shape of graph 0, graph 1, graph 2, graph 3. And then shape 0, negative 21 undefined. And then that equals the graph of the distance of graph 0, graph 1. Okay. This is an area. Is what this is the area. Right? That's what we're figuring out is the area. I think we're figuring out the area. So shape 0's area equals, well, it's a triangle, right? So area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. So this is 1/2 the base, which is 2. So that's 1 plus the height is 1. The area of this triangle is 2. Yeah? Did I do the math wrong? 1/2 base times height, not the area of a triangle. 2D geometry. Triangle. Yeah. I guess it could be perimeter. Maybe you want the perimeter. In which case it would be the 3 side distances added up. So that would be 5 for this guy, because I think it is a 2, a 2, and a 1. Okay, maybe I'm stupid. This is not a rectangle, right? I'm not crazy. 0, 0, 0. 0, 0. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 1, 0, not 0, 1. Yeah, it's a rectangle, man. Okay. I was like, why did they build this like this? It's because I don't know how to friggin' graph things. Okay, so then the area, well, the perimeter, let's start with maybe this is perimeter instead of area, because it's easier. So 3, 1, 3, 1 is 8. Are you 8? If you're 8, then we change area to perimeter. Yeah, okay. Cool. I'm chill with that. So let's go back to our dictionary. You are the perimeter. And I like that. I like that a lot. Dude, we're starting to like add words to the dictionary. Everybody's like, oh, it's just math. We're literally teaching ourselves alien language. Don't hit me with the it's just math. Guess what? The whole freaking universe is math. When you look up in the sky, it's math, man. When you look at your computer, it's 1s and 0s flickering on your screen, you dummy. Okay. T0 is -4, -4. It's a rectangle. Okay. Shape 0 is T0. Yeah. And then recompile this to be the area. The area is 16. Or the perimeter is 16. Okay. Maybe the perimeter is not 16. It was very cocky to just like roll with it. -4, -4. -4 to 4. 4 to 4. 4 to -4. And then the graph is T0, T1, T1, T2, T2, T3, T3, T0. That's the shape. And then we are looking for the perimeter of the shape. Oh, sorry. That's going up by 8 because you're going -4 to -4. So this is 32 is the perimeter of the rectangle. Yeah. It's a square, but whatever. I'm chill with this. New signal. This will be the area, almost certainly. Area being 0.5 for shape 0. Let's understand it. So shape 0 is 0. It's a triangle because it's 0. Yeah, so it's going to be 1/2 the base times the height, which is 1. Yeah. So then shape 2 is, or shape 1, I guess, is a square. And that square is 1. So the area is going to be base times height, which is 1. The area of the square is 1 because it's a unit square or something like that. And then we know this can be set to area. Hey, Batista, I was playing around with the calculator. And what's the deal with the round function? I rounded 50.123555555 to 4 digits, and look what I got. It was 50.1200012 or something. Oh, rounding floats is difficult. Floats? Yeah, floating point. Yeah, think decimals. Computers struggle with floating point precision. So use some discretion. So we gotta ignore that 0.00012 junk at the end? Yep. Computers struggle to represent precise values with a limited number of binary digits. So you and your computers aren't perfect? Eat it, Batista. Now restricting your access to the calculator. No. Okay. Good. Good shapes, man. I like these shapes. Big fan of these shapes. I am going to change shape to have a before new line. Because I want shape to be on its own line. I still like this. I will say that I kind of want to redo... I've liked my T0, but this is really just a point, right? We can also just call it P, which I think is also kind of cool. And I like that a lot more, actually. I do wish that I could, like, indent in this. But I don't think you're ever gonna let me do that. And then our points... It's like, this is where it would be cool. The problem is I still need it to remain like this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it. I think this is fairly reasonable, the way it is. Okay, this is a more complex area. So 0, 0... Just draw it, man. Draw it for everybody. It'll make everybody's life a little easier. 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 2, and then 3, 0. Right? 0, 2. Sorry, I continue to do this incorrectly every time. And then this is base times height, which is 3 times 2. So your area is 6, right? Feels good to me. Ignore this circle. he know not what he do. Okay. All right. We have an F0 we're going to plug into this. Our perimeter is 20. So what is F0? If our perimeter is 20, that means that this is a square. Our F0 is 5 because it has to all be the same. Yeah. Very good. Chugging along. Chugging along. Now, we have an F0. We know our area is 12. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's plot some stuff. So shape 0 here has an area of 12. I'm just going to jot that down. So A equals 12. We're trying to solve for the perimeter. Perimeter equals, we don't know. Okay. And then we have a 0, 0. It's the largest circle ever. A 4, 0. Let's just treat it like this, okay? That's a 4. You'll never believe that, but that's a 4. Then we have 4 up to some variable. We have 0 up to some variable. So these go up to some point. And our perimeter is 12, which means which means that we would have to, if this is 8, this would have to go up 2, which means that, sorry, our area is 12, which means this is actually 3. And if that's 3, then our perimeter is 8 plus 6, 14. I know it's correct. You don't even have to turn the light on. I have a lot of confidence in this section right now. I'm feeling very good about it. My brain is clicking. It's 9 o'clock at night, but my brain is clicking. And I knew that if I didn't have an episode, people were gonna kill me. So I have to record one. I also wanted to play it. Don't tell anybody though. It makes it seem like it's my job if I complain about how hard it is. I just wanted to play more. Okay, 0, 0. Yeah, that's a circle. And then 0 to some... Don't give me your stupid ideas. And then this is a 6. I know what I'm doing, just let me do it my way. And then we have no idea what you go up to. And then we know that the perimeter is 20, which means that if this is this is 4. Which means our area is 24. It's 24 for sure. If I didn't clock area, perimeter, and shape, man, this section would be impossible. But fortunately, we clocked it. Now, this looks like hell. This looks like you're trying to murder me. Which is not very exciting for me. This looks like you want to ruin my life. That's good. Also, somebody had an insanely good idea in the comment section. Subtract should be subtract, and then our negative should be the negative but in parentheses. And I freaking love that. I think that's so good. Let's see if we can figure this out. So we know that we have a square root F0. F0 is square root of 2. For the record, if you sat me down at the beginning of this year and told me that the middle of my year, my highlight on YouTube, in a year where Mugenics came out and Slay the Spire 2, and like the future Tiny Rogues update, and all of these great games that I had on my most anticipated list, if you told me that my highlighted thing that I'm going to look forward to playing, I'm going to be having to do square roots of numbers during. Even saying the word square roots. Unless I'm like freaking getting 2 roots in one scenario and I wanted to say root squared or something. I would have laughed in your damn face. Okay, the square root of 2. Then we have a graph. So I'm going to make a proper graph here. Although we got negatives in here too, man. Okay, we may have to get cute on this. Let's do something like this for right now. It ain't gonna be perfect. So we have 2, 0. Let's give ourselves a little bit of extra. I would love presets, man, where I can draw to my utmost desire and just be like, load my nice graph. And I can't scroll around on this screen. It would be really nice if I could. Hopefully we don't need more than that. So 2, 0 is a point. And then we have F0, F0. So square root of 2, square root of 2. Square root of 2 is like 1 point something. And my shape is all of these. The perimeter is 12. It's an 8-sided shape. 0, 2. I mean, it's going to be like an octagon, right? That's what this forms. How do you do the area of an octagon, man? Go to my reference, please. Math, 2D geometry. Or is this a hexagon? No, there's 8 points, man. Or it's a heptagon? Perimeter is 7S. Which makes sense. You have 7... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're a heptagon. Oh, these are 8s because you start at 0. Yeah. So, if the perimeter is 8S, that means that's... Okay, hold on. That means that our side is 12 divided by 8, which is 1.5. Which means our area is 1.5 squared. I have a calculator on the side, man. 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25 times 2.25 times 3.63391. 8.17629. This is not going to be right. 8.1762975. Okay. Wait a minute. I was looking at octagon. I did the wrong thing. 2.25 times 4.82843. 10.86. 10.8639675. I know that it told me not to include all this, but how do I know where to stop it, right? Like, this is very precise. Okay, yeah, I mean, it worked. 101, baby. We're out of this, honestly, we might be out of this chapter. I feel like Act 1 was kind of 50, and then Act 1 was, I guess, 77, because that's when the demo ends, I think. Almost forgot how huge this thing is. I can't imagine the impact it made on our planet. I hope it didn't leave a dent. Thankfully, it wasn't enough to start any tidal waves, but enough to catch a geoseismic attention. Dr. Doppler, did your team add the support structure on the side? Nope. The Navy boat that recovered the meteor found it already extended. Why is it so goopy? It looks like muscle made of metal? That continues to be a mystery on my team's side of the investigation, the physical side. We've deduced thus far that it's a composite material with an utterly complex arrangement of bizarre compounds, molecules we've never seen on Earth, natural or artificial. Are they rare elements? No, common elements arranged in the most unusual manner. Allotropes I've never dreamed of. As I mentioned, it's a composite material made of interwoven grains and fibers of differing properties. One molecule we've managed to isolate from the support strut is a purely boron compound, monoatomic, and get this, the molecules are arranged in geodesic spheres. Miniature balls of boron. Why? What's that even good for? Not sure yet. We've just scratched the surface of its chemistry. So far, it seems to interact with hydrogen, so maybe it's a sensor of some kind? Something to measure if the conditions are safe to extend the antenna. That's one of our two theories. The other is that it acts as a partial insulator against intruding hydrogen gas that could damage the instruments. Which brings us to the next point. Those telescoping arms at the end are the radio transmitters. From there, it broadcasts the radio wave transmissions, the frequencies we analyze? Yep. It's also a receiver. That's what the dish is for. Funny how the radio dish looks just like ours, and by ours I mean humanity's. It's favorable geometry. A concave surface refocuses incoming radio waves to the receiving horn. So it's bound they would design their dishes similarly. Convergent technological evolution. There's 4 mini antennas at the end there. They're all transmitting. The computer's only detecting one signal at a time. They're all transmitting in lockstep. No interference? Yep. Frequencies are all the exact same. Phases aligned, polarized the same. So our antenna only picks it up as one signal. Say, Dop, you sure know a lot about radio tech for being a materials guy. I've got a good team. Can they transmit independently? Not sure. Only 2 theories for them. They're backups in case some fail to deploy or break on impact. These are probably the most fragile and delicate part of the meteor's external apparatus. And the second theory? The transmitter is built for different atmospheres. Wish to avoid damaging them at least until the full message is translated, but we've managed to gather some basic data. One of these transmitters is made with silicon carbide, particularly hardy at high temperatures. Think 500 Celsius. It's like 1,000 degrees, good lord. If Earth were not what they expected from astronomical data, they could still get their message through. If Earth were like Venus, this thing would still work, assuming they know about Earth. They may have sent the meteor rather haphazardly through space. It's unclear if they knew we existed before creating the message. Hadn't thought about that yet. Huh. Well, whatever the case, they did their homework. They masterfully constructed a message carrier to survive likely any climate or atmosphere. Dop, it sounds like you did your homework too. My materials team's a good group, good people. I'll admit some of this is out of my wheelhouse, but Dop, you seem to follow along with all this stuff yourself. Well, been doing this for a long time. Extraterrestrial investigation? Hot no. This is certainly a first for everyone. But I'm a materials scientist. Everyone's got things to do and they need the right materials to do it. I help make airplane hulls lighter and stronger in the war. Then I help make man-made satellites resist heat. And then I help make space blankets to help our astronauts contain heat. Now I'm here, with a meteor augmented by aliens to communicate with foreign life. I'm not sure that point has fully settled in for me, even after all this time. Blah 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 blah, ish. Where the meteor will take us next. Maybe the end's near. I would not bet on that, Dr. Akers. Yeah, I learned that lesson 50 transmissions ago. Rest up, team. Take care. See ya. All right. I like it. Give me my diary entries. It's week 8. Chugging along, man. We're chugging along. New words: shape, perimeter, and area. I feel so good about those. I mean, it's definitely right. Curious, a meteor sent with tools to survive other worlds. Do they not know what Earth's like? I want to take apart one of the transmitters, see how it differs from human technology, or if it differs. That's the longest we've ever gotten from Batista. And then here we go. Dear Diary, though I have to follow not all of Doppler's material sciences, it seems that the aliens' technology is quite advanced, perhaps centuries beyond human progress. That's nothing. Whenever I take the translation team to the meteor, we're too focused discussing the meteor, which I admit is important. But we never get around to discussing their progress on the translation in the limited time we have. My thoughts? I like shapes. That's all I got. I hope they show me all of my thoughts at the end so it looks like, just like Madman who's got no freaking clue what's going on. All right. More shapes, more nonsense. What is this? So right now we got some kind of new thing, right, that we're doing, where we're graphing probably multiple shapes. You know circles are coming. I'd imagine circles are coming, and this could be a circle, right? Now, interestingly, we have shapes that are made up of... Okay, first things first. Make your life easier on yourself. I want to redefine graph to not have a new line after. And I want to redefine shape to not have a new line after. Because I like seeing graph 0, shape 0, right? Yeah, I like that more. And then... it's really messy. Like, kind of horrible. That's fine. P0, graph 0, shape 0. There's more for us to see here. So this is... I also want to, while we're here, for right now, you're gonna be my Ande. Because I like my Andes. And we're just gonna keep that chugging along. So Ande 0 is P0, graph 0, shape 0. Ande 1 is P0, P1, P2. Shape 0, P0, P1, P2. and a 1 equals, so and a 1 and a and a 0 is P0 graph 0 shape 0. And a 1, let's define you just to get the new line here so that we have it on the same page. And then we're also going to make you to be and a 0. So and a 0 is P0 graph 0 shape 0. And a 1 is P0 P1 P2 and shape 0 P0 P1 P2. And a 1 is shape 0. Okay. It explains that. Do I fully get it? No, but that's okay. It's fine. P equals and a graph and a shape x equals 0. So we know we're going to type in 0, but what are you teaching me? They're going to talk to me, and I think that's smart, actually. Another one of these transmissions. What's that? The x is just 0. Oh, interesting. Either this transmission contains non-integral information, or it's something that it doesn't care to test. Potentially, this transmission intends to outline or clarify something without testing our comprehension. Either way, let us just progress. We should in a moment, but I'll try and get some meaning out of this. Yeah. P equals and a graph shape. So it's both a... I almost think, dude, I think that graph is maybe not the right word for this. Because it's not necessarily just graphing something. It's more distinct than that. It's typically 2 points connected, which is a line. And then those lines form shapes. And that actually makes a lot more sense to me. So whatever this is a line and a shape, which I still think probably means it's a circle, right? But how do you define what a circle is? That's a fascinating problem to describe a circle without knowing any freaking words, man. Like it has to send me... It has to send me like the area of a circle so that I understand the area of a circle. But I think this is the direction that they're going down. I might be wrong on line, but for some reason that's making more sense in my brain right now than graph. So I'm just going to roll with it. So and a 0. So let's pretend this is a circle. Which I mean is nonsensical. P0, P1. And a 0 is a line. So it's a line of 0.0, 0.1. And then and a 1 is line 0, line 1, line 2. And a 0 equals x. Or and a 1 equals x. Well, we know and a 1 equals line 0, line 1, line 2. But I mean also just like and a 1... Is this reasonable? Can I just submit that? No. Okay, fair enough. Idea available. I don't need to do it. This can be line 1, line 2. It's line 0, line 1, line 2. Yeah. So you would be this, because we know that to be true. Okay, you hate me. That's fine. Get the idea real quick. Let's talk to them. What are they asking for? Polymorphism. Huh? Poly what now? Respond with what type of and a we are dealing with. And our options are likely what was presented in the prior transmission. P, line, or shape. Well, let's plug and chug, or get to the root meaning of the question they are posing. Okay. Yeah, understood. Yeah, okay, understood. So and A is 2 points, so thus A0 is a line. A1 is 3 lines, thus A1 is a shape. I understand. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're asking for. That's a shape and it's a triangle. Yep. Dude, line makes so much more sense than graph. I hope that you probably have all yelled at me about this in the comment section. That's the fun of recording videos in advance is you all get to suffer. You just get to sit there in pain the whole time while I laugh in future episodes. Until there's going to be one that I don't get for like 5 episodes, and then I look back and the comments are just like, please, put us out, take us out back, grab the shotgun. It's time. I'll do it, Ma. It's my dog. Okay. A0. Do we know what A0 is yet, actually? A0 is just like geometry. So A0, 4, 3. A0 is P. A1 is P0, line 0, 6, 5, F0, shape 0, shape 1. Okay, so this is a point. This is a 4 lines and 2 shapes. I mean, this is still a shape. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay. Okay. This A1. You want me to... Okay. I don't understand what you're asking. I get it. A0 is a point. So A1 is like, what is that thing defined as? It's definition, right? Let's call this definition for right now. So then definition 0 is 4, 3. Definition 0 is a point. They like me typing point. That's fine, man. Points, lines, and shapes. Can we get a clean from Dr. Batista for this? I feel like we nailed it. No? Is clean only reserved signals named 1 character long? Yes. Picky Batista. Points, line, and shape. It makes you feel even better when they, like, confirm it, man. So definition 0 is a point. Definition 1 is a point, 4 lines, 2 shapes. I don't understand. Like, this feels like a word we don't have yet. Right? I mean, is it trying to say that this is like a perimeter? I don't really think it is. And I also don't think that it's an area. It could be a distance, I guess. Because you need the point. No. And it's not a shape. What are you trying to tell me here? Did you guys have ideas? I mean, you did, right? But that was just your random sentence. And then this was polymorphism, but that was on 103. Definition 0 is 4, 3. Then you have a line 0. All of this is math. Definition 1 equals X. I mean, hear me out. Definition 1. It's not wrong. Okay, it is wrong. Fair enough. you trying to teach me here? I also hate how long the word definition is, but that's fine. Idea available. What do you got, my guy? The contents of definition 0 are 4 and 3, so it could be a point, yeah? I'm with you so far. And the contents of definition 1 are quite different. There's a point, a line, 2 numbers, an F, and 2 shapes. F0, we could redefine the variable, man, if we wanted to. So what are they even asking? I suppose they're asking for the form of definition 1. Is it a point, a line, a shape, an F, or a definition? What is definition 1? I mean, is it just definition? It's probably just definition is what they're looking for. I'm going to change F1 to var. I like that a little bit more. The rest of these I'm okay with. I feel like you're just a definition. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I'll chill with that. The hell's going on here, man? 0.2, 0.1, 0.0, 0.7, 0.4. Line 0, 1 through 6. Shape 0 through 3. Point blah equals 5. Line equals blah. Shape equals blah. Okay. So what is negative 23? And why are the points so horribly labeled? 21074? So this, okay, I understand. So it's a calculation that can be done on just points. So it's not area or perimeter, right? Because you would have to be able to do it to something. Unless, could this be 3D geometry? Like, are we making a sphere? No, because I don't really think that's... It's counting. It's counting. How many shapes are there? There's 4 freaking shapes, man. It's just counting. You're teaching me how to count. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Count. I like it. Point count equals 2. Line count equals 3. Shape count equals 2. Definition count equals, I would argue 3. Because you... Okay. Or 0, because there's no definitions. We've only defined shapes and... Okay. Definition counts. Could this be like a line number? So this could be 13. No, you hate that too. I understand this is just counting. Definition counts equals X. I feel like this idea is not going to help me. It's just a matter of determining how they want this terminologized. I don't get it. There aren't any definitions to work with. All points, lines, and shapes are different types of definitions. So imagine a definition can take other forms. Or it can just be an abstract piece of data. Yes, it's an object that can take different forms. Yeah. So are you saying 3, 4 is 7, another 2 is 9, so there's 9 definitions because we've defined 9 things? Nope, you hate that. And I did 3, right? Because it's 3 different definitions. Unless definition itself counts as 1, so there's 4. Okay. 1, 2, Or is it the add up of all of them? So there is 6. I also didn't count correctly the first time. I counted so incorrectly. Yeah, man, it's not 9. I need to go back to the first grade, I think. The fingies are really useful for this kind of stuff. You could just hold up your hand and kind of tap the fingers as you go. Okay. Definition 0, 1, 2, 3. Definition 0, open it up. 1 is 0. 2 is 0, 1. 3 is 1, 2. 4 is... Definition 4 count. This is mighty annoying. So definition 4 is definition 0 and definition 2. Definition 0 is just nothing. So there's nothing in this one. So that's 1 for definition 0. And then definition 2 is 0 and 1. So that's 2, 3. It's just 3? Am I crazy? Yeah. My brain keels over looking at this, by the way. Definition 4's count is 0 and 2. And 0... Well, is that just 2, then? Because there's 2 things in definition 4? Okay. Yeah. I was going one layer deeper, for sure. Definition 0, nothing. Definition 0 count, nothing. I'm sending nothing. Compilation failed null input. It's the first time we've had that one, man. But it should be 0. Okay. I'm fine with that. Null, 0, whatever, man. We're learning to count. Holy frick, man. This transmission's a biggin. 254 signals compiled. Holy crap. That's the highest count so far, correct? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're graphing something insane. We're graphing spheres. 1, 1, -1. We're graphing a cube. We're graphing a literal 3D object. 8 vertices. 12 edges. Yeah. Yeah. 6 faces. Yeah. So if the perimeter, which is the surface area, right? Because a surface, or is volume technically, I don't know. You're looking for the area of a cube. Area is 6 times the height squared, which is 1. So the area is 6. Tough. I was hoping to just kind of like skip my way through this one. The perimeter. The perimeter. Can you have the perimeter of a cube? I suppose it would be the 6 sides all have a perimeter of 4. That actually makes a lot of sense to me. So then the volume is the height there. And the H is the height, which is 1. So it's just 1. So the area is 6. Because it's 6 times 1. Why did this say left control E, by the way? Oh, interesting. Sends the signal. It's not 1, right? This is very clearly... Is very clearly a... Well, unless... No, I think... It's 12 lines, which is the 12 edges here. So it's very clear you are looking for the area. Area is 6 times h squared. Shape 0's perimeter is 24, which implies 4 6 times. which would mean that, right? It would imply that it's a 1. Which means that 1 cubed is still 1. 1 squared is still 1. 6 times 1 is 6. Shape area is 6. Unless I'm crazy. Perimeter of base. Oh, wait a minute. So if the perimeter of just the base is 24, that means that each line's height is 4. So this could be 16 times 6. If the perimeter is 24, no, sorry, I have that wrong. If the perimeter is 24, that would mean each side is 6. So then that would be 36 times 6, or 216. And I'd probably get rid of the 1 in the front. So the area of this is actually 216. Okay, 6 times 6 times 6. We're going volume. It's still 216. The area and the volume is the same for this. Look at your points again. It's literally just it's a unit cube, man. It's really hard to determine the shape from this. But it's 12 edges. It's the fact that you have 3 points, 3 axes that you're going that tells me it's a damn cube, man. Like, I know it is. And if the perimeter is 24, then that means the heights I would still think the height is 1, man. Or is the height 6? Well, if the height is 6, we already did that, right? So it can't be a height of 6. Is this a pyramid, actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It would be 8 lines. It can't be a pyramid, man. It's definitely a cube. There's 12 lines. Why can I not figure this out? The shape's perimeter. It would be 2, man. It would be 2 is the length of the lines, because it'd be 2 12 times for 24. So then the area would be 24. Not 216, it's 24. That seems wrong to me. Or is it 8 because you're actually looking for volume? Pardon if I'm understanding this at the level I feel I am, then why'd that fail? 24 is the surface area of a cube. They called the area 24. Perhaps in 3 dimensions, area means something other than surface area. Yeah, I understand. I think I've got it. We're looking for the volume of the cube. Yeah. So this is 8. And that's fine. I'm going to still call that area because I like it more. I like it more. Okay. So 1 is var 0. 2 raised to the 1 is 2. 2 squared. Sorry. I gotta remember how to do basic math again. 1 equals var 0 squared. And var 1 my brain is breaking on understanding basic math again. 1 equals var 0 squared plus var 1 squared. So our x squared plus y squared equals 1. Okay. Took a little bit to understand that. I'm pulling out my whiteboard. So we have v1 squared plus v2 squared equals 1. You're gonna Pythagorean me, and I'm fine with that. So shape 0, the area of shape 0 equals 1. Which is var2 squared. 1 squared times var2. So var2, the area is var2. And then shape 0's perimeter is 2 times var2. So var2's var2. So if the area and perimeter is 1, well, the perimeter is 2 times var2. Yeah. 2. Yeah, 2 times var2. And the area is var2 squared. And var2 is the square root of var2. 1 equals var2 squared plus var1 squared. So var2 would equal 1 minus var1 squared, the square root of that. Right? Because we subtract him. So this becomes 1 minus v1 squared, and then that would be this. So then you can take the square root of both sides, and we have 1 minus v1 squared. How the hell do I write this in notation to send it? I fear this is right, and I hate that. But then I feel like we have to know what v1 is. Because our area is 1. Well, not necessarily. Our area is var2 squared. But we don't, it's var1 squared. It's just 1. I mean, I think in the end it's just 1 idea available, but this one's gonna hurt me. They've given me a lot of ideas here. I didn't read any of them. Okay, start with this, please. Let's read them all. Hold on, this looks familiar. I feel like I've seen this formula referenced. Yeah, it's the damn Pythagorean theorem, man. Try 2D shapes. Yeah, it's fine. Found it? Dr. Akers? I found the formula for this shape. It draws a circle. Oh, never mind. I'm dumb. I'm just stupid. And then we have some formula for their area and perimeter. What's missing? X. It's the coefficient related to the circle. I'll let you know when I figure that out. Sorry, I might be stupid. I went down a different path. This is absolutely how you draw a circle, man. Hey, would you look at that? Dr. Akers, you found the solution? There's only one number related to a circle's perimeter and area. Pi. 3.14159. Whatever. Yeah, that's fair. 3.1415926. Sorry, not 13. 3.14159. 26. 7, I think, is in there as well. There's pi, man. You were teaching me pi, and I hate the fact that I didn't get that at the time that I did. And this seems like a great place for us to end. 111 is a lucky number. Pi, it's pi. Woo, yes, it's pi. Come on, Batista, why aren't you jumping up and down? Isn't this like the Super Bowl for you? I am excited. I am happy. This is just what it looks like. Well, it doesn't look like much. I am pleased. I even predicted Pi's appearance earlier. What? When? You never mentioned Pi. Earlier I did. I don't remember you mentioning that, Batista. Aw. He's just sad about it. He's just sad about it. Okay. It's good. We got Pi now, man. That's exciting. And, I mean, it'd be cool if we added it to the reference at some point. Is Pi in here? Not really. I guess Pi's right here. That's where he is. 3.14159.265. It's not a 7, it's a 5. Whatever. Who cares? That's gonna do it for this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the support. This was a fun one today. I had a good time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.